Hey guys, it's Vicky, and today I'm here with a tag video for you. And I decided to do this tag because spring is officially here, and this tag is all about spring. It's called the I Love Spring book tag, and it was created by two booktubers, Helena Jeppesen and Elise Carina. Yeah, so I'm ready for spring. I don't know about you guys, although I have to say, Michigan, this year anyway, winter was pretty tame, but I'm ready for spring and for nicer weather. So let's go ahead and get into the questions. Okay, so question one is, how is spring where you live? Like I said, I live here in Michigan in the Midwest, and typically spring is very messy because we still will get snowstorms from time to time in March, even into early April. Sometimes we'll still get snow. So it's kind of unpredictable, and it's often just very wet and sloppy because we start to get a lot of rain, everything starts melting. So there's a lot of mud, there's a lot of just wetness. But it's good signs because it means that, you know, things are thawing out and it's gonna start getting nice again. But for the most part, yeah, you'll have days where it's like 50 degrees, maybe even 60 degrees. And then the next day it'll be 30 degrees again. So it's kind of all over the place. It's kind of a hot mess, but it's a sign that good things are coming. Question two, most anticipated book release this spring. And this one actually comes out at the end of March. It comes out on the 30th. And it's called The Final Revival of Opal and Nev by Donnie Walton. And the reason this one's like on my radar is because it is being compared to Daisy Jones and the Six, because it's also like an oral history type of narrative dealing with a rock band from, I believe, the 70s. But what really has me interested in this one is that the rock band, the fictional rock band, is from Detroit. And so that's kind of local to me because, like, for me, anytime I've ever gone to concerts and stuff, a lot of them are, you know, in downtown Detroit. That's like the place where all the bands come in my area. When I go to see a band, it's because they come to Detroit. And so that just really has me interested. And I really, really loved Daisy Jones and the Six. I loved the way that the story was told and everything. So this one I'm just like excited for, and I'm definitely gonna be checking it out. Question three is to show us a book cover that makes you think of spring. And I have two because I feel like this particular author, all of her book covers remind me of spring. But I forgot to mention, I have done this tag before. I did this tag, I think, like 2 or 3 years ago. And so I tried not to do the same answers. So I did give this a book by this author as an answer the last time, but not this book. So, but I think all of her covers have a spring vibe to them, and that is Kate Morton. And this one is The House at Riverton. And the reason this one gives me spring vibes is just because of all of the lush green that you see in the picture. Obviously that just makes me think of spring and things blooming and growing. So yeah, definitely like that one. And then the other one is The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abby Dare. And this one probably because the colors are just very, they just pop and look very springy, purple and red. And then the flowers, of course, because when I think of spring, I think of flowers. So there you go. Question four, where are you going to read this spring? And like I said, Michigan, it's kind of unpredictable. I've had a couple of days already here in March where I've been able to sit outside and read, which was really nice. Because I really do like to read outside because you kind of get that natural ASMR with like birds chirping and the wind blowing, and you can kind of hear, you know, kids playing and just things like that. I like that sort of vibe. The sun shining down on you is just, it's great. So I like to just kind of like read in my backyard, basically, to get all those vibes if it's nice enough outside. Other than that, I don't really venture out too much and like specifically go somewhere to read. If I take my kids to the park or anything like that, I generally will bring a book because I'm a bookworm, and that's what we do. We bring books everywhere we go because you never know, even if you have a spare 3 minutes, you can get some reading in. Yeah, other than that though, that's pretty much it. My backyard mostly. Question 5 is find a cover with the sun on it. And again, I had one the last time I did this that was like a great answer, but I didn't want to do it again. So I really had to look through my shelves because I don't have a lot of covers that have the sun, but this one does. It's vaguely there, but you can see it. And it is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. So see, there's the sun right there. So yeah, there you go. Okay, question 6 is what are your favorite spring reads? And I was really trying to think of books that took place in spring or had spring vibes, and it was kind of difficult. But so I just kind of went by like a feeling. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like a book I'd love to read as the weather turns to spring is a classic, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And it's not that Wonderland necessarily gives off spring vibes, though I guess the whole section where Alice meets the flowers is probably kind of springy. But the whole book is really about personal growth and changing and things. So yeah, I guess that would work. And then another one, this obviously can be read anytime, but for some reason poetry kind of seems like a spring vibe to me. Again, I don't know why. So just for an example, I have Ariel by Sylvia Plath. Her poems are not necessarily hopeful or make you feel happy or anything, but they are very beautifully written, very flowery, you might say. I don't know. So yeah, I would say like poetry, classics. Yeah, I can't think of a specific book that gives me spring vibes that I haven't already said in the last time I did this, so that's what I'm going with. Question 7 is to find a book with many different colors on it. So I went with one of the most colorful books, vibrant books on my bookshelf, and that is The Mothers by Britt Bennett. There's all kinds of different colors here, and I love how it's kind of in like almost like a jigsaw kind of puzzle piece, but when you really look at it, it is a silhouette of a woman. So it's colorful, it's vibrant, it's beautiful. And then the last question is whom do you tag? And I'm not going to tag anyone specifically, just because I don't want to put the pressure on anybody. So if you're watching this and you want to do this tag, consider yourself tagged, because I certainly wasn't tagged by anybody. I just wanted to do it again. So that's generally how I do my tags these days. I see a tag, I like the tag, I want to do the tag. I don't take into account whether I actually was tagged. So yes, if you want to do this, please feel free to. And yeah, that's all I have, guys. I hope that this spring treats you well. Hopefully it's a lot better than last spring was. Let's just hope. And yeah, I hope it treats you well, guys. And that's all I have. So I hope you have a great week, and I will talk with you soon. Thank you so much for watching.